Everyone says that I used to be so little, and now I became a hero. It's my earnest desire to greet everyone a blissful morning. Right Reverend Monsignor Vicente Rey Pinagunda, Vicar General of the Archdiocese of Cebu. Sister Maria Jo Asem, Directress of the Sisters of Mary Schools. Attorney Joseph Noel and Estrada, Legal Counsel to National Education Associations, and Managing Partner of Estrada and Aquino Law. Dr. Emiliano B. Elnar Jr., Chief Education Supervisor, Quality Assurance Division, Department of Education, Region 7. Provincial Director, TESDA Region 7. Reverend Fathers, DepEd officials, highly invited guests, respectable mother and sisters, or ever-heard members of the faculty, cherished fellow graduates, and our dear younger brothers and sisters, once again, a very peaceful morning, and we thank you so much for the gift of your presence on this momentous day of harvest of my batch as graduates of the great Sisters Mary Schools, Cebu. Please know that for this opportunity to speak on behalf of the 25th batch, I am deeply honored and forever grateful. Having been exposed to deliveries of various speeches, both in flesh and virtual, as part of my quality basic education, I have learned to make my own, designed for an occasion of a lifetime, my own graduation day. I have a 4-page speech with 12 font size, times New Roman, no spacing. Because I know that after all of the ceremonies, the end comes into the picture. Dahil hashtag walang forever. Everyone is leaving after all of this, and this gym, including the stage, shall be empty and quiet again. Now let me ask you, are you still feeling excited? Sisters, do we make one more extension? On our way here to the Boystown early this morning, I was covered completely by mixed feelings because today is both an end and a start. This day brings with it the ultimate end of our struggles as senior high school students, as it leads us to another threshold of our lives at the same time. I was also too overwhelmed to see all candidates for graduation at their best look, the look of champions. Almost 6 years ago, we didn't have these looks. We're not as good looking as we are now. We entered SMS in the year 2014 with hairless upper lip and with playful wigs for boys and without makeup and blush for girls. Can you imagine yourself 5 years ago? In fact, many updated their status on Facebook comparing their old and new pictures with hashtag then and now or hashtag before and now. For sure you have found tremendous differences. I can still remember the first day when we all met as total strangers to each other. Those days when all of us were sitting inside the class, struck with powerful nostalgia, which forcefully brought to our minds the images of our biological parents and siblings. But all we could do was remain and fight hard against all those emotions that almost successfully tempted us to give up. Those days when we were sick because of hectic schedules, stressful research subjects, tagging deadlines for projects and assignments, and just recently we had finished the boldly written narratives of job immersion. Those happy and rich days when we were doing things together as a team, as a family, are also fresh and alive. We were looking forward to this day, and now that this day has come, we find ourselves ironically looking backward to what was then. And we must have realized that everything happened just like a dream. But it was our dreams which drove us to this day. When we see ourselves mature, we have grown prodigious in many facets of life. Social, physical, mental, moral, and most remarkably, spiritual. When I started schooling, I started to dream. When I entered SMS, I continued to dream. And even now, I am still dreaming. Everything great starts with a small dream. When I was younger, when the Sisters Mary School Boystown was out of existence in my timeline, my dreams were far and wide. I grew up in a remote rural area of Iloilo. I was dreaming to become a doctor, or an engineer, or a lawyer maybe. I was dreaming to have a big house and a car. I was born to poor parents who could not afford us the happiness of enormous richness of our wants, like expensive clothing, most delicious food, costly toys on the list. My parents did not treat us as fast food chains, Jollibee, Inasal, McDonald's, and all others of the cravings of every child. My mother is not a working housewife, and my father, who just finished second year in high school, has been working for more than 10 years now, just like an average J student like us. And here's the reason why. He only receives a little, which is more likely just an allowance, as it is really far from reaching the minimum wage. That I came to know during our last vacation. Nonetheless, I am remarkably proud of my parents. In the financial state of my father, he managed to send us to school, to give his full support to his 4 children. And here I am now. My high ambitions animates more than a desire. I was dreaming of the someday when I can hear no more from the lips of my father that he is tired of working, that his back is aching, but I see smiles of contentment and joy in them. In our times when low educational attainment is somehow a mission, I want my family to be esteemed at the success of their children. And this honor of mine, I own it, not to gain I gave efforts because I knew many people would be happy. The smiles of my mama, papa, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandma and grandpa, and the secret smiles of all the people behind the success, including these people on stage, which I could not gaze upon maybe. They are my priceless inspiration. I was inspired to do good in my studies and inspired to do any work given to me because of them. Entering the Esmus, we found their heaven, delighting of the high quality education and abundant basic needs. However, all of this were offered not to profit interests, but to invest in every deserving poor youth of the country, to invest in you and me the highest interest they could yield. The upbringing of our mothers, the sisters, and the environment, teeming with most significant learning, is giving each one of us an image of the future we wanted to reach through the fertile grounds of the school. Outstandingly this day, we rest in a great milestone in our lives. We were reaching even greater milestones when we saw ourselves immersed in the real scenario of living by our own, in the typical life without our sisters. And I could remember Ma'am and Kevin when she told us before that our greatest performance task is living our lives outside SMS portals. Dear graduates, if we could rate ourselves for once of being on job immersion, I hope we could get more than just 80%, the passing standard of Sisters Mary schools. I have already figured out what and who I will become, and maybe you have also figured out yourselves the future entrepreneurs, engineers, doctors, lawyers, and teachers you will become, who have the trademark of being Aloysians. And having strength and unity, one Aloysian family, we can make a vital change in our community, in our world. Yes, Ma'am Jen Lopez was right when she said before, start building your name. We are building our name. We are reaching greater heights of success gradually and discover our high potentials. Yet, potential is not an endpoint, but a capacity to grow and learn, says Isaac Kennedy Moore, an American psychologist. Our potentials must have driven us to become great persons. Have you been great? Say to yourself, I am great. Okay, because we are all great. In our philosophy class, Sir Gulanan said, you can transcend beyond your limitations. Guys, transcending beyond limits is being great. Our high school life story has certainly been a story of greatness. He has gradually adorned us with virtues, knowledge, and skills to discover his life anew. We have realized that we can do things that define us great. Together, we can build a more harmonious society where unity is the building blocks of progress. Do not be oblivious to the society because Father Al has not shaped criminals but saints. Notably, we have passions of blooming garden. St. Thomas Aquinas said, flowers of different colors, so too humans have different talents. All of us with developed talents have been planted on the garden Father Al has cultivated, and we bloom to give beauty to the world. An English translation of a line in the lyrics of Boy with Love, J.O. Browns. Everyone says that I used to be so little, and now I became a hero. Hashtag Sana all. You and I embrace our memories together, and we don't forget the learnings embedded in them. We recall good times and friendships, and most of all, them. Thank you makes them smile, but still too longing to express their gratitude. Nonetheless, seeing us great students, great persons, becoming even greater in every opportunity, perhaps can make them say that their mission is accomplished and their vision has been best realized. Henceforth, before I sign off, on behalf of the 25th batch, I would like to shout out once again, as we never grow tired of doing this, our deep gratitude to the great Venerable Aloysius Schwartz, the champion of the poor, our benevolent father and founder. Father Al, here we are now. There used to be young boys and girls who ran to you for help. May you be so happy right now, looking down on us as your fulfilled children. We owe everything to God for sending you into our lives. We are forever grateful. To all our sisters who remain nurturing, protective, supportive, amiable, selfless, comforting, benevolent, and everything. I say everything, sisters, because you are everything to us. Especially Sister Mariacho, who is tirelessly working to continue playing the symphonies of Father Al, to outline the best future of the lives of many children. Thank you so much, sister. May your loving heart, sisters, continue to nurture and protect the children entrusted to you. May you never fade in carrying on the legacy of Venerable Al. God bless you always and everything you do for God through the Virgin of the Womb. To our benefactors and friends of the Sisters of Mary, who never knew that in humble ways made pillars for our success. Thank you far and beyond words. May your magnanimity continue to take care of our younger brothers and sisters in the next generations to come. And in turn, may God grant you always the good health and happiness of giving cheerfully. To our teachers, who never cease to be passionate, excellent, and great heroes in reaching out to fill our minds and hearts. Teachers, you know that we have always been grateful to you. Every time you do things that provide us our simple but great joys along the way. But we can never thank you enough. May God bless your hard work always, and may you always do your best for the children of Father Al. To my fellow graduates, especially to my dormmates and classmates, I thank you for the memories. You will never be forgotten wherever the future leads me. May we always remember the time, hard work, and patience that our sisters and teachers invested in us. Do your best in anything you do. And to everyone else who contributed to our holistic development, endless thanks to all of you. Thank you so much, everyone, for the time, heart, and mind to listen. I am sorry for keeping you still in the last few minutes. God bless us all, and God bless the great Sisters of Mary Schools. This has been Cyrus Tim Timata signing off. Good day.